reviews and all of that. So they'll have an indication going forward as to what we did and how professionally it was done. So it is for this purpose that we are here this afternoon. We have Cecil Joseph, the manager, here as well. We have the accountant, Mr. Peter Dominic as well. And I see he's holding a large envelope. He's very, I would say, he was very astute when it comes to the finances of the corporation and what we pay out and things like that. So what I will do at this point is call Mr. Peter Dominic. Maybe he can give us a little of the technical aspects. I'm not too sure. I'm not really savvy on this, but Mr. Dominic, you could come and give us your presentation here this afternoon.
Good afternoon again to all of viewers. Just a little addition to even what Ivona would have said this afternoon. And in terms of the transparency, the breakdown with the payments that will be made will actually allow each of the different individuals or different organizations that we are with, would have let them know how many people were on viewing, when they were viewing, etc. That would help them in the future and next time. Something, of course, we also want to remind you, while this might say this short little ceremony of handing over the checks is being done, we want to let individuals understand and realize that there are services that we provide that is of importance, that is, and let me also say in terms of not only importance, but in terms of value for your money. So that you might go to some other areas and you might realize, hey, DBS is actually providing a service that is much cheaper, much affordable, and of course we have a wider viewer and listenership. The individuals, as we did this afternoon, some of them are at this point in time unable to attend, but we'll mention that we have payments going to the Dominica Calypso Association. We also have for the DDA DFC, yes, DDA Discover Dominica Authority Festival Commission. We have for Leo Club of Dominica. We have for Swinging Stars, and we have for the Whitey Coberly Dance Theater. Of course, just as a representation, we will end up doing one for the Swinging Stars, which we will present to Mr. Dangleben on their behalf. So, Mr. Dangleben, we want you to come and to receive that payment. Say a few words. And of course, you will say a few words to the listeners.
Good afternoon to everybody who is viewing this afternoon at this point. It's indeed a pleasure to be here. And I just want to take this opportunity to really say thank you to the Nation Station, Manager Cecil Joseph, and your team, your committed IT team, which enabled us this year to really broadcast and televise the tent to all our patrons and fans who are out there. For sure, it was indeed a remarkable gesture. The quality that you all portrayed this year was absolutely great, and we really want to thank you for partnering with the Stardom Calypso Tent and Swinging Stars. One point I just want to raise is that in about 10 months and 30 minutes from now, the Stardom Calypso Tent will officially open. So come February 11th, 2025, you will have a new edition, our 52nd edition of the Stardom Calypso Tent. Thank you very much to DBS, and thank you for all.
Okay, so we just give a little representation. So we've given to Swinging Stars. The others we will end up giving much later. Of course, you've heard about 10 months' time. We are there for the next 10 months and beyond. And of course, we have also outside broadcasting and so many other things that we can do for you. Just call us at 448-3282, and we will end up providing and telling you how we can be of service or how we could partner together. Ivonia, back to you.
Okay, another thing that we place a lot of importance on is time and keeping time as well. And unfortunately, some of the representatives are not there on time, but we decided to go ahead with this presentation. We will also hear from Cecil Joseph, the general manager of DBS Radio. This was one of his That was a brainchild of Cecil Joseph, in fact, in terms of the pay-per-view and how we could enhance what we had already done, particularly for the year before. And even before we bring on Cecil Joseph, I know Dangleben as well, Christopher Dangleben is closely aligned with the Dominica Calypso Association. And because they are not here at present, we may also want to present the check to Mr. Dangleben for the DCA, Mr. Dominic. So we'll do that as well. Just a short handing over for the Dominica Calypso Association. We spoke to the organizers of the Mistin Dominica, the Waitukubali Dance Theatre Company, so they will collect in a short while as well. And as well as the Leo Club of Dominica, they put on the Junior Monarch competition. And I think I'm missing one. The Miss Dominica 2024, the Dominica Festivals Committee / Discover Dominica Authority. So we'll give a short presentation again to you, Mr. Dangleben, on behalf of the Dominica Calypso Association. And then we'll hear from Cecil Joseph, and then we will bring this short presentation ceremony to a close.
Good afternoon to our listeners of DBS Radio and our viewers, those of you all who are actually on social media. Today is an important day for DBS Radio. That's another milestone that we have achieved. You heard earlier on in reference to transparency, and it's very important. Any institution that is in partnership with another should show a great level of transparency in whatever they do. And from my leadership, I'm very much aware of what results that you can get from not just only the partnership, but transparency, and how it's able to really create a greater relationship. So transparency was very important to us as management of DBS Radio. But the other part of transparency we have to look at is accountability. And so every individual that we would have dealt with this year, a great level of accountability was given, and they would see exactly in their document the number of persons who followed during the carnival season at their various events. Now, one of the things that I must make mention of is the fact that we have been able to grow in the past 3 years. The very first year, thank you to the Calypso Association, who were the only organization that actually came into a partnership with DBS Radio, and we were able to hand them a handsome check. And by virtue of that, they were able to decide the second year, which was last year, again to work with us. But last year we moved from 1 person of the previous year to 3. And that was also of great importance to us, because it means that the concept, the idea, the quality that we would have given to the various playmakers or the various partners was showing some great level of satisfaction, while 2 other persons actually joined us. This year, we moved from the 3 to 5, and that itself is a telling story, again, because of the quality of work that the technical men were able to bring forward to our patrons, our viewers. And so we must say thank you to a greater percentage of the people in the diaspora, or the people overseas, which I like to say more, who have the faith, the confidence in the work that DBS Radio has given. And so we decided that this year we would ensure that we have that open, transparent partnership with our partners, so that they can have a greater appreciation of the work that we do, and create that relationship between ourselves and and the organizations. And so I always try to make people understand that while we give to you radio, audio broadcasts, which we have been doing for over 52 years, which we have actually been able to sell to the rest of Dominica, the Caribbean, and the world of the way that we do it and how best that we can do it. We saw the need to give our viewers an opportunity to see what we do. And so, while that has been said, I want to make mention of another product that we have. It is second to none. And I repeat myself, it is second to none. And that is our funeral links, or funeral services, or funeral mass that we would carry live via our social media platform. If it's one thing I can say to people, that the quality that we give, no other organization is able, at this time as we speak, to give you the kind of quality, not just on the pics, but also on our audio. So you will not find a muffled audio, or you won't find us walking up and down the church to give you what is required for the general audience to see, but you'll see us at a distance where we will be able to give you the better quality at a cheaper price. And so I want to echo that sentiment to our various clients, customers, or friends, well-wishers, that whenever you require funeral services or funeral mass, and you can literally call us. We will be very open to give you that necessary service. There are times that we would give you that service both on YouTube and Facebook. And there are times, as I said, not every time, but there are many times that we have other things doing, so it's not possible that we can do that. In terms of our costs, I'm sure that we have the better price on the market. And I always say to people, a better price is relative. Some persons say that my price might be $400, but if my price is, I'm just using an example, $450 is a better price than the $400. Yes, based on the quality, the content that you would give to the viewers, it says that we would give you a better price. So I want to make you understand, the viewers that are watching and the listeners who are actually listening, that whenever there is a need for funeral services or your funeral mass, you can get to DBS Radio at quick time, and we will give you all what is required. If you have videos, you can make it available for us. If you have pictures, you can make it available to us. And we can also do a production for you during the period of your loved one's funeral. And so I just want to make that be known. Also, too, in reference to outside broadcasts, there is no other institution that can do it like us. Right now, we are involved in the social media platform, and I can guarantee you we have mastered it. And wherever you figure out that DBS Radio can help, we will reach out to you and give you the best quality, best services, or best service in reference to our social media platform. And so it was deliberate this afternoon to ensure that people see how transparent we are, how much accountability that we give to the general public in what we do, and also in terms of creating the partnership between ourselves and the client out there, we want to stand out to be second to none. So this afternoon, as we are concluding our outside broadcast, you are seeing us on Facebook, and I'm sure that you're seeing us very loud and clear. And by virtue of that, that's what we are saying to you. Whenever we give you that service, whenever you receive that service from DBS Radio, you will also get us very loud and clear. And so I can guarantee you the general public that we are an institution that sticks with our words. We are called the nation station by value of what we give to the nation. So I just want to thank all of you all who, as of now, who may not have known all the things that we can give or the things that we are giving. You heard of the pay-per-view. And I'm sure that every organizer or institution that would have received a check from us today, that they would be satisfied with the service that we would have given to them, and they would have been satisfied to see the numbers in reference to the viewers out there who would have been listening to DBS Radio. But more so, I want to say thank you to my technical team. They worked long hours to ensure that the best of qualities can be given or will be given to you. And I just want to say the head of the team, Mr. Dean Thomas, and the rest of the guys, thank you so much for really placing that confidence in your product and placing that confidence in your service, so that whenever it reaches the audience, that they can be satisfied. Also, too, we had another partner in Vibian. Just want to say thank you very much, Vibian, for working with us and to ensure that we reach so many people and to give them the kind of quality that is required. And more so, the audience who had the faith and confidence in our service. And we're hoping that during the course of the year that you will also come on board and to give us the business that you have, so that we can continue supplying you with best in information, best in communication, and also best in video as we speak. Thank you very much and have a good afternoon.
Okay, Manager Cecil Joseph, thanks as well. And it's not about the shortness of the ceremony in terms of the presentation ceremony, but rather the depth of what we are doing here this afternoon. And Cecil Joseph called it well, so I won't even go over it. But I too will add my voice and say I salute our technical team at DBS Radio, because as I mentioned earlier, they always take advantage of opportunities to hone their skills, to hone their craft in the business, and that augurs well for the professionalism that we pride ourselves in. So as we say in broadcast terms, when we end an outside broadcast, on behalf of all of you here, on behalf of the technical team, Christopher Dangleben and the others who will be receiving their checks as well. Our accountant you heard from, Peter Dominic earlier on, Cecil Joseph, the manager of DBS Radio, Dean Thomas, who spearheads the technical crew. Dean Thomas is our station engineer, hard-working technical crew, and two young technicians with him here this afternoon. I'm Ivona John Baptist Luge, and it was really a proud moment for us to have this ceremony to show transparency, and as Cecil stressed, accountability as well. And just keep following us. There's a lot that we want to do as well. There's a lot of things that we have, in the planning, in the making. Thanks for joining us.